Hi everyone, I hope you're all okay. Thank you for your lovely comments. I know I've not replied to them, I've not actually read them properly, but yeah, yesterday I fell asleep and stayed asleep. I got up in the morning to go to college and my body was like, no, you're not going anywhere. My back sort of like was very twingy because obviously I've had to carry a big rucksack around with me the last few days on trains and packing and unpacking and packing and unpacking and packing and unpacking again. So yeah, my back told me that I needed to rest. So yeah, I spent most of my day in bed yesterday asleep, resting, and I feel very good today. It's been very surreal actually, the course of events. I've not told anybody really what's been going on, and it's all been good. Major lessons learnt, and I was scrolling through my memories on Facebook today, and I didn't realise it's actually the first day of spring today. So yeah, happy first day of spring, everyone. Spring's officially sprung, unless you're on the southern hemisphere and it's autumn. the autumn equinox today, and yeah, just this little meme that I'd posted last year has popped up. And it truly reflects on where I am today, with everything that's gone on. Cat's here. Hi Safi. Let me just leave my keyboard so you don't go all over it. Thank you. There we go. Thank you. And it's on the equinox day and night are, on the equinox day and night are in equilibrium. Dark and light, masculine and feminine, inner and outer are all in balance before the night takes over, bringing darkness and death of winter with it. Now, I've had to do something today. One of my biggest let goes of my life, basically, simply because I was contacted by an ex of mine that I was madly in love with for a very long time. And he knew this, obviously, but I would always be the stand-in until he found somebody else that he deemed better, you know, and I'd let myself be that person. So yeah, he contacted me, what was it, on the 5th of this month, out of the blue. I've not heard from him for, well, I've spoken to him twice in 5 years, you know, and it was when I had my cancer. And it wasn't actually a conversation very much to do with that. It was all other things, misdirected attention type sort of thing, just to see how I was, you know. And then again, when I had another cancer scare, he popped up a few days later for a very short conversation again, you know. And it was like, why? And I think it was just his way of finding out how I was, you know, because obviously he didn't want to be emotional with me and open up to what was going through his head. So yeah, he's popped up again, contacted me on the 5th. On the 6th he's asking if I want to go away on holiday and go away for a bit. So yeah, go for it, you know, go for it. I had no intentions of what was going to happen through the holiday, you know. There was two outcomes. Things could happen, things won't happen, you know. We'll just be as it was. And to be honest, it was how it used to be. You know, friendly, we got on, we always have. But with my mental health being different this time, I always used to be focused on everything else but the holiday. Whenever we used to go away together, I was so worried, anxious of everything. Was I doing the right thing? Should I do this? Should I do that? Is he happy? You know, never thinking about myself. But I was in a very, very codependent, triggered place, you know, so that was how I was reacting. And I was reacting to everything. I wasn't responding. So yeah, the holiday's gone really well. I've had a brilliant time. I've enjoyed myself. I've not felt any sort of anxiety, especially around somebody that I used to feel so anxious around. you know, I did what I wanted to do too, you know. I wasn't putting him first constantly. You know, I was still being my nice, kind self. I wasn't being ignorant or anything like that. We had an amazing time. My mind's been blown just from the whole experience. Being able to focus on what was going on around me instead of what was going on in here. And it was very enjoyable. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what he wanted from me. He didn't make it clear until the Saturday night. I mean, we kind of had to come home through on the Sunday, and I was coming home on Monday. So yeah, I understand why he was quiet. He wanted to get all the special perks that he used to get. But now I know what his intentions are. He won't be getting those special perks anymore. I'm really quite clear. And to be honest, I've blocked him now because I've tried to explain to him where my head is and everything and what I don't want to happen, and he seems to just disregard all of everything that I've said. And yeah, he's not opening up at all to what I've experienced in the past and on this holiday and my thoughts now. He's just not acknowledging it. So, you know, if he can't acknowledge my thoughts and feelings as a friend, what am I to him? Was I just sex? It seems to be yes, that's all it was. And I'm now acting or responding how I should do, you know. I don't want that in my life anymore. I've moved past that over the last year, you know, people using me for certain things and not letting me be seen for who I am. And I definitely don't feel seen. I don't feel used either though, whereupon I used to. You know, something like this would have sent my head west into a very dark place, which in the past has ended up with me trying to take my life. You know, so this is why it's such a profound experience for me, just to show that this is the biggest test of how far I've healed. You know, somebody that you would give your heart to in an instant, you know, somebody that you spend the rest of your life with, you know. You've seen who they are for their true colours. And to be honest, I don't really like that person anymore. What he represents, I mean, I enjoy the fun times with him, yeah, but that's all it is, it's fun times. It's just the fun. And that's what it is, his intentions was fun. Yeah, and we had fun. But that is what I see it as now, is fun. With somebody that, yeah, I used to know. As the song goes, you're just someone that I used to know. Do you like that tune? It's a really good tune. And yeah, I've thought about it before I went on holiday, what the outcomes would be. You know, I knew that I'd have to talk to him about this, my boundaries. And to be honest, I'm glad I didn't do it face to face. I didn't want to ruin the holiday for me or him, really. I didn't want to put a downer on it, so I waited till I got home, and I've waited until I'm sure of what I need to do. Do I want to go back into that cycle of being just a stand-in until he finds somebody else? No, I don't want to do that. I know where that leads, you know. I know what it does to my head. I know how much it destroys me to the point of wanting to take my own life. And I can't go back to that. Not at all. I've come so far. I'm not willing to do that. I don't think my head would let me do that anymore. So yeah, basically I've told him what my thoughts and feelings are. He's not really given anything back of his thoughts and feelings or what he thinks about the situation, other than, yeah, it was a good holiday. You know, that's what it was about, enjoying the holiday, and that's it. So now I know where I stand. and now he knows where he stands because he won't be able to contact me anymore. But yeah, I've been able to stand back and actually see who he is and his life from a different perspective, and it's not from a codependent trigger. It's from reality. It's from what it is, and I've been able to make the decisions that are right for me, and right for my future, and moving on and carrying forward. And this little meme thing, it just triggered into all of, yeah, this is where I am right now. On this day, I've made that step into the balance completely. I mean, I've had this up for a long time in front of me. Balance. Because that's what I want, is balance. I mean, you can ask for all these things, for the universe to give you all these things. But then you're focusing on so many different things, it gets confusing, just on an energetic level. So for me, I've had to narrow it down, and I've still got my anything is possible sign up, and you're doing a great job, Kaz. But yeah, I mean, I had loads all different round, and it was just too much. So I just put balance, and yeah, balance is being restored on every level. And it's great, it really is. But even with college, it's quite strange how events are playing out with that. I mean, I know that I was through readings and things of myself, and what I intuitively know through listening to other readings and that, you know, the course of events have just played out lovely. And it's funny how people have just presented themselves into my life at the right time. It's like my revision teacher. He's head of maths and English department at the college, and it's for the last couple of sessions. There's only been me that's turned up for the revision class, so it's been one-on-one. And I've been blowing his mind with what I know, and he's been doing the same with me. To me, sorry. The stuff that he's coming out with, it's just the things that I'm aspiring to be and to do, where he is in his life at the moment, what he's trying to achieve. He's from St Helens, and he's watched all of his friends die bar one, through suicide or drugs overdoses and things like that, you know. Alcohol, you know, drinking themselves to death and things like that. So he wants to make a difference, and he's trying to make a difference in exactly the same way that I am. I found this out on Monday when I went to revision after I got back from Scotland. Yeah, that's probably why I slept yesterday, because I didn't stop. I was too hyper. So I went to college to the revision class, and we was doing writing out an official letter, because it could be part of my exam question. Write an official letter to the minister about why it's like 9 to 5 for children at school and things like that, the mental health through growing up and things like that, how much it is important, you know. And he was quite astonished at what I was coming out with, because I was like, you've just put me in my little passion box. I said, right, I'm going to have to get my head back into gear, because, you know, I stopped myself from doing this a long time ago, because it used to get my back up. It used to affect me. Just all the corruption through the governments and things like that, and all the injustice, towards people, kids, people with mental illness and things like that. So yeah, he was quite astonished with what I knew, and I was talking about neuroplasticity and everything, and what I knew about that, and how I've changed my own brain, and how I used to behave when I was a child at school and things like that, and for the reasons, and that's when it came out that he was actually working towards getting a job in the mental health side of things, to do with that, making the link between domestic abuse, all sorts of abuse and manipulation, the impact it has on people's brains. So yeah, I seem to have fallen into the path of somebody that can help me do what I need to do, or I'm trying to accomplish, because he's doing the same, just very, very far along the way. I'm just at the start and he's right at the very end. So yeah, it's just weird how things have fallen into place. He's a lovely man as well. He seems to have the same sort of empathetic nature as me. But yeah, he's grown up in this town, and you know, he's seen so much, and he wants to make big changes. And I'm just blown away that that sort of person has been put into my vicinity to learn from straight away. It's brilliant. So yeah, he's sort of like giving me some more information on how to extend on my vocabulary through what he knows, but adding to what I already know too, because I'm coming out with stuff that he doesn't think about. We sort of like fill in each other's blank spots. It's weird. But yes, yeah, on Monday the lesson that should have been 2 hours long was like an hour long, because what I was coming out with, it was just spot on. And he says that yeah, I'm going to fly through my exams, and he thinks that I'm going to get high marks, very much so. I sent him something the other week, and he's to see if I could use it for my exams, and he was like, to have somebody come up with, I can't remember his exact words, but he said it was rare. It was very rare, and I would get high marks if I was to do that. So yeah, I think I've got this English exam under wraps. It's doing really well, and to carry on with what I want to after, I seem to have the right people in the right places coming up. It's great. But this is it. This is all about balance. You know, I've brought balance to myself. I accept my dark side and I accept my light side. My masculine and feminine sides are so imbalanced. You know, one's not overpowering the other. My inner thoughts and feelings are being reflected in my outer self too. You know, I'm not hiding who I am. I'm not hiding my thoughts and feelings, and I'm actually acting upon what my feelings and thoughts are. They're balanced too. I haven't got my head going over everything and my heart going over everything. It's a lovely balance. And it says here, all things must die before they can be reborn. You know, my last death is gone. This morning actually, when I sent a message to the man I've just been on holiday with, and ended up blocking him, because that is the end. That is what I need to do. I need to walk away from that. You know, I know for a fact that I'm doing the right thing, and we have to close one door so another one can open, and they're all in place. The door is there to close, and I've closed it, and the door there that I can see what it's going to be like, is there ready to open for me to walk through, and that's what I'm doing now. So yeah, all things must die before they can be reborn. It is for this reason that all spiritual ascent requires descent first. Yes, you have to go down into those dark aspects of yourself, and deal with them all. And they do become easier when you deal one at a time. They do. But yeah, you have to, because you can't carry it on to the next level. Because if I'd have gone through these doors as I was, nothing would work. It would all fall apart. Because I'm still not where I should be. My head wouldn't have been in the right place. I wouldn't be able to focus and concentrate. I'd lose everything. But no, what I have lost was worth losing. Very much so. It wasn't healthy for me in any aspect. And where I'm going to is what's for me. It's got the people that I need to have around me in my life. It's got the future that I want. It's got happiness, it's got success, it's got abundance, it's got everything that I wanted, and I've got to keep on track for that, and I am. It says, we are a reflection of the universe that surrounds us. What takes place outside of us also takes place within us. Well, like I was saying, if I went back to how I was, yeah, give it a few months, maybe a year at tops, under the same circumstances, and yeah, I'd be back to how I was, having thoughts of self-harm, thoughts of, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, why didn't you like me, why, too much focused on somebody else instead of myself and having belief in myself. But that's it, I know my self-worth now. I'm Kaz 2.0. I've had an update, an installation of self-worthiness and self-love, and I know exactly what I bring to the table, and if you don't want that, then I'll walk away from you, that's fine, enjoy your choices, I'll go elsewhere, and yeah, keep carrying on the way I mean to go on, very much so. What takes place outside of us also takes place inside of us, definitely. So if I want to feel good, I've got to keep moving forward. I can't go back. I can't. It doesn't matter who it is and how I feel about them. If it's causing me danger, causing me harm, I'm not going back there, not anymore. All those who long for the light must first face the darkness within themselves. It is on the autumnal equinox that this stage of inner preparation for alignment can begin. Now, I don't know, I just mentioned a little bit about it, autumn, September, has gone away again. Same sort of situation, really. Somebody that I felt I had feelings for, deep feelings for. I saw their true nature, saw their true colours, saw what they was doing to me, just using me, and again, blocked and walked away. And yeah, it was in preparation for this exact holiday with this exact person. Yeah, and this was my final test, and I passed. I know I've passed, it's brilliant. Yeah, the autumnal equinox was when it started. In order to make way for the return of the sun on the winter solstice and the rebirth on the spring vernal equinox, which is today. So yeah, it's funny how cycles actually do play out when you work with them. You have to notice what's been going on over a period of time, because when you're around it every day, you don't tend to notice it. It's like when you're putting on weight. You see yourself every day, and then you'll see yourself in a photograph or something, and then it's like, whoa, I've put loads of weight on, or I've lost loads of weight, or whatever, I've changed so much over a space of time and not noticed. So yeah, you have to look back on certain things in your life and think, well, yeah, look where I was, and look where I am now. Look what's going on. Look what's changed. My life has completely changed. As much as black is different to white. That's how much my life has changed. And I'm so grateful that I've got the strength to carry on. Because this last test was the biggest of my life. The attachment that I had to this man. 20 years? I wasted so much time too focused on him and what I was doing, and not actually seeing it for what it was. That's a big wedge of life wasted on someone that I really shouldn't have been bothered about wasting my time about at all. But yeah, at least I can see it now, and I don't feel guilty, I don't feel ashamed, I don't feel sad. I've had a little cry, but I have to, you have to grieve these moments. But it's all part of the healing process too, you have to feel these dark, deep emotions understand what they are, acknowledge them, and then move forward. You know, this isn't you anymore, Kaz. You know, you're grieving something that was never there in the first place. There was never a relationship there. It was just convenience for him. Yeah, just somebody easy that could be easily pleased. That was a people pleaser in return, you know. It made him feel good about himself, you know, and who he was, even though he's not that good. You know, not somebody that I really should be bothering with. But yeah, I did cherish the times that we had together, because we did have some amazing times together, just away on holidays and having fun. But that's all it was, even though I thought that it was a lot different. But he wasn't sort of like quick at sort of saying, "Look, Kaz, no, we can't do this anymore," because he kept it going. So, you know, he was quite happy for me to stay in that cycle, a dangerous cycle, knowing exactly what it did to me. And he'd be quite happy to carry it on. So that's why it's dangerous for me, and why I have to step away. Whether he likes it or not, he doesn't get that choice anymore. I'm the one that's in control, and I'm the one making the choices for my good, and only for my good. Well, the greater good of the universe as well. Like, obviously there's that, but that's all part of it, part and parcel of who I am. You know, I don't do things on purpose to hurt people. I do things that reflect the situation in a healthy way. And if people can't deal with that, then that's their problem. That's not my problem. That's their problems to sort out. And not a lot of people want to accept that they're toxic. The way that they behave is toxic. The way that they behave hurts other people. Some people aren't aware, some people don't care. Those are the people that, if they don't learn, they don't care. If they do learn, if they're, you know, they're just not aware of what they're doing, but learn when they've been made aware and change their behaviour, yeah. Well, I'll always invite those sorts of people back into my life. But if they know exactly what they're doing and they're not willing to stop, then I've got to take myself away from them, because they won't stop. So I've got to stop it myself, haven't I? I've got to protect myself. And I've learnt that ability now. So anyway, I've waffled on for like 27 minutes. Now, I've got so many lovely videos of my travel up through Scotland to the Isle of Skye. But I was going through them. Yeah, I'm going to have to either mute the conversations, bleep a lot of the conversations, or just put music all over it and just chain them together into one big video. I don't know. It may take me a little while because I've got to transfer them onto my PC. I have tried to sort of like change down how big the files are, but I don't know. I don't think I've done that, and I've not got much space on my PC left, so it's going to be a slow process. And I've also got to learn how to do it anyway. Because there's a lot that's like 15 seconds worth of just like a landscape as we're driving through, so it's quick. So I need to sort of like link them all together, take out the conversations. Some of them are okay, but yeah, no. Scott's been going off on one. Driving down country roads because you can't overtake someone. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to put you through that one. The only reason I will put you through that one is if I don't figure out how to mute it or to put some music over it or bleep out all the swear words. But they wouldn't even let me show them on YouTube, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to swear in the first, 10-15 seconds? No. No, I just can't do that. So yes, my content will be out there soon. I shall start doing the positivity cards again. I'm supposed to be going away this weekend again. I'm going to visit Heather. I've not seen her for a while. But it's next week is half term as well, Easter half term. So I will be home for that. And there's also competition winners of the short stories. A short story competition that I entered is on the 27th, so I'll be going down to college for that. But yeah, I shall, in between, when I've got the time, try and splice all these videos together so you can see them all. I might even put the pictures in if I can. The photographs, oh, they're so beautiful, they really are. And it's a shame because you don't actually get the perspective of how big these mountains are. You just don't see the benefit on the films at all. It was just, oh, I felt so small. Never felt so small in my life. But yeah, I shall get them done eventually, so please bear with me. I've got lots going on at the moment, with revision and seeing people and just getting on with life. But I've not forgotten about you all. Sending you lots of love. I do think about you daily. All of you out there, and hoping that you're all moving on forward too. And yeah, thank you very much for staying with me through my journey and staying on this channel and helping give the support and the encouragement that's been kicking me along my way. And thank you for getting my content out there by liking and subscribing and sharing and commenting. It's brilliant, and I love you all. So I shall say goodbye now because I've waffled on along a lot. But yeah, don't worry about me, everything's going fine. If you don't see me for a while, it's just because I'm so busy doing stuff. And I will get back to comments and things like that when I can. I've still got to unpack properly from coming back from Scotland. I've emptied the bag, but it's all over there. I'm not going to show you because it's just so much stuff. It all needs washing to be repacked for this weekend, so no rest for the wicked, hey? So anyone, have a lovely first day of spring, everyone. Sending you lots of love and light. Bye bye.